This is unproductive. Not this. The video that I'm creating is the unproductive reasons video. Welcome back, boss. I hope you are having a beautiful day today. Although I just realized as I said that, you're here watching a video about feeling unproductive and underperforming. So you might actually be feeling pretty frustrated these days. And you know what? I totally get that. I've been in the same place where it's like you're spinning your wheels, but you're not getting forward, moving forward. You're barely keeping your head above water. You can't seem to get the right stuff done, the important stuff done. And you especially can't feel that sense of flow, right? I think that's what we're really all after, is this sense of just being in the flow and things are moving and it's easy and it's creative and it's inspired and we're just in that place. Instead, it's like we are dragging a 700-pound weight behind us, trying to just get it up this hill, and it's exhausting. Comment below with exhausting if any of that rings true for you. What I want to talk about is the 6 reasons why this is actually happening, and some of these are really going to surprise you. So let's jump right into them. The first reason you could be underproductive and underperforming is a lack of clarity. When you're lacking clarity on where you're going and why you're going there, what's really important about it, what you're really trying to create, what you're really after. And I'm talking big vision as well as the small goals, the milestones. When we don't have that clarity, naturally, we're going to feel frustrated or overwhelmed or not make any progress because we don't know what we need to be doing. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people think that they have clarity and that they just don't have the clarity on how to get there, right? They have the clarity on the destination, but not how to get there. I'm here to tell you, in most cases, when I'm coaching women through this, they're actually lacking clarity on this. And once they get clarity on this, then it's just a matter of Googling, like, how do I do X, Y, or Z? How do I create X, Y, or Z? And starting to experiment and test and figuring things out as they go along. But they can't figure things out as they go along if they don't have the map to where they're actually going. So comment below with clarity if you feel like this might actually be part of why you're underperforming or underproductive. The second reason is your health. This was a big one for me for a long time. I've struggled with health issues pretty much since birth, and I allowed them to get so bad that they were ruining everything else I was trying to do. My brain fog, my lack of focus, my aches and pains, my lack of energy, all of those things will drain the passion and the drive from what you're doing. Do you want to know the number one thing you need in life, in any area of life? Energy. If you don't have energy, it's hard to have a loving, passionate marriage. If you don't have energy, it's hard to have a business that is thriving. If you don't have energy, it's hard to have anything good in your life other than a Netflix subscription and the munchies. And that's about it. Until I really focused on getting my energy in order. And y'all, this year I have spent tens of thousands of dollars and countless hours focused on my body, my health, and getting myself to the highest level of health possible, despite autoimmune disorders, despite disabilities, and despite injuries. And because of that, I'm feeling energy that I haven't felt since I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. And I am telling you right now, if you are lacking physical energy, make sure that there is not a physical component that you need to address. Now, here's the thing. You can lack energy and it can be totally an emotional component. But even so, you need to make sure that your body is responding in a way that's as healthy as possible, because your emotions will create health issues as well. And changing the emotions can help those health issues, but you probably still have some underlying things that need to be addressed on a physical cellular level. So do not neglect your body. It is the most important tool in everything you're trying to do. It needs your first attention. The third reason you are unproductive or underperforming is a fear of unintentional consequences. If I create this, if I have this level of success, if I do this thing, what's going to happen? What are people going to think of me? Who's going to reject me? What might I lose? That could be a loss of time. It could be a loss of freedom that you worry about. I had that fear for a long time. I had this passion, this thing that I wanted to share, but one of my biggest values is freedom. And I was terrified that if I did what I wanted to do in my business, that I would lose the thing that matters so much to me. That fear of that unintentional consequence held me back from doing more. I was never productive and I was never actually getting places. I was always underperforming because I didn't want to experience those unintentional consequences. So what is it for you? When you think about that next level of success, what do you worry is going to come with it? What do you worry could happen if you actually reach it? Comment below and let me know. Number 4 is prioritizing other people's agendas. Oh my goodness, we're so bad about this. This really comes down to boundaries, and we're not really great at boundaries, are we, ladies? We have the tendency to say yes to other people and no to ourselves versus the other way around. Now, I know that you are generous and you are loving and you are kind and you want to give and support other people. I love that about you. I love that about me. I love that about people. The people that want to give abundantly to others are good people. And I want you to continue to be a good person with boundaries. You can be a loving, generous person and still say no. You can be a loving, generous person and still put first the things that matter, like your health or your long-term goals. You can still give to others after you've first done the things that are going to give you the energy to give to others. And that means prioritizing what matters to you and not just what matters to other people. That means if somebody calls you in the middle of the day and you're working on something, you don't answer the phone because you're in the zone, right? That means if somebody's asking a favor on a day where you really had set aside to work on a big project, you don't say yes to that. You say yes to yourself first, and you tell them, I would love to help you with this. Here's the best time for me to be able to do that, right? Again, you can love people and give to them abundantly and generously when you've first done that for yourself. You can be a good person and still have boundaries. Comment below with boundaries or amen if you absolutely agree with what I'm saying. And also if you know that this is something that you can improve too. Chances are it is, because like 90% of us could use some improvement in this area. El número 5. Poor self-management skills. This is about our ability to manage our emotions, our focus, and our actions. This really comes down to things like self-discipline or time management, being able to make choices that make sense, that are taking us in that clear direction, that are maybe establishing or respecting our boundaries with other people. It's our ability to manage the things that allow us to do all of those other things. Managing our emotions, managing our thoughts, managing where our focus goes. Really, again, I'm going to say it goes down to self-discipline. If you don't have the self-discipline to say no to yourself sometimes and what yourself wants to do instead of the thing you really should be doing, the thing you really want to be doing, but you're just putting off, that's where you're going to have problems. That self-discipline, and I've said this a million times on this channel, it's a muscle. So if you feel like you're weak in it, it's not because you're bad at it. It's because you haven't mastered it yet. You just need to build the muscle, and you have the ability to build the muscle because your brain does not work differently than anybody else's brain, despite what you sometimes think. And trust me, like literally every one of my clients will say that. My brain just works differently than other people. It doesn't. Like, you have a different personality, you have different values, you have different needs, you have differences, but your brain is still functioning generally in the same basic way, which means you can build the self-discipline, you can build the habits, you can build the skills that are going to allow you to manage yourself so that you can better manage what it is you're trying to do in your life and in your business. Number 6, imposter syndrome. You are going to be so unproductive. You are going to be so underperforming if you think that you're not good enough for the thing that you're going for. If you think that this goal is too big for you, if you think that you do not have the skills, who the hell am I? People will laugh at me. I'm crazy to try this. I don't have what it takes to do this. This is too big for me. You will always keep yourself away from it. You will keep yourself below it. Drop a comment below with imposter syndrome if you know that this is the case. And here's what I want you to remember too. 70% of women have identified themselves as dealing with imposter syndrome at some time in their life. So if you're dealing with this, you're amongst really good company. Because the 30% of people that are not dealing with it are not the people who are out there killing it. Those are the people that complain about having imposter syndrome. The 30% of people that are not dealing with imposter syndrome, A, just don't realize that they are, or B, are not trying to do anything big in their life. So the fact that you are, and the fact that you have these emotions come up, just tells me that you're onto something good. And that's a good thing. But if you don't address that imposter syndrome, that belief that says, I need one more certificate, I need to go back to school, I need 10 more years of experience, I need, and then I can do this thing, then I can be successful. Trust me, you are not going to be successful. You get to deal with those underlying beliefs, the habits, the things that are true about it, the things that are not true about it. You get to tackle imposter syndrome if you want to be productive and if you want to hit the highest level of performance that you can. Because if you have a fear, you will always hold yourself back from it. So if this is something that you would love to tackle, I have a masterclass that can help you to do this. It's literally about 50 minutes long. The work will take you about an afternoon. You can do it in a couple sittings if you want to, but it will show you 8 steps that you need to take in order to tackle imposter syndrome and get past it. So if you're really ready to do this, if you're ready for that next level, I want you to check out the link below. Sign up for that masterclass. You can do it anytime you want to. You'll have lifetime access to it. You can come back to it again and again, and I recommend it because imposter syndrome will come up in new flavors and new ways. And the more you practice it, and the more you implement what you're going to learn in that masterclass, the more confident you're going to be in reaching your goals and the more able you're going to be to actually get there. So again, check out the link above my head in the description below or drop me a comment with any questions that you have about it. And by the way, if you are brand new here, my name is Tara Wagner. I've been a belief breakthrough coach for the past 10 years, and I now help specifically female entrepreneurs to crush their goals, not their soul, by getting their heads, their hearts, and their habits straightened out. So if that sounds like your jam, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, drop me a comment below to say hello, let me know what it is you do or what you would love to see from this channel. Thank you so much for all of those things and for being here and for doing this work, working on yourself to become the person that you are capable of becoming, to be able to do the things that you're on this planet to do. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.